Acrophobia, the fear of heights.
You shouldn't be afraid of heights, because if you are, then this place scares the f***ing shit out of you.
Many people in the general population suffer from that fear. That was the reason why we decided to face a challenge where we, well, let's say, may get confronted with it.
This is the location where we will do the Highline. Lukas is an absolute expert in this field.
Lukas Irmler is 7-time world record holder in slacklining. He has walked over the longest highline ever, which was around 2,000 meters long.
So Lukas, where will we build the rope and where will we cross the valley?
So on the left side you can see a rope dangling down, so I'm just going to rappel from there. We're going to anchor the slackline on the left side, going over to the tree, which you can barely see on the right side. So it's going to be directly over this beautiful waterfall with the little ponds in, but it's going to be quite some meters high, so it's going to be quite a challenge to cross this line and to overcome your fear of height.
Oh yes, sounds great. The thing is, guys, you can only see nature. Here we will build a rope ourselves with the help of Lukas, and that's one of the most amazing parts, because not only you have to go through it, you have to build it and make sure that it is safe.
Let's go.
Let's go. Alright guys, so we just realized that this is the rope where we're gonna cross the valley.
It's 2.5 centimeters wide, 1 inch. One for walking, one for safety. Actually, you're just walking on 1 inch webbing.
You have 10 meters above you and you walk over 1 inch of rope. Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting. Let's see. So in the background you can see Lukas, who's about to finish the whole line, and the ropes. What should I say? I mean, I think nobody of us has ever done highlining. We tried slacklining once, and what better idea to just go highlining in the middle of nature. We will see, and you will see for sure. Guys, without further ado, let's go.
David starts 1 foot at a time. You can see how shaky the safety line is. And suddenly, he falls into the abyss. He even likes it. What a warrior he is. And he falls a second time. Back on the rope. The difficulty is to reapply the force after each fall. He falls a third time. David shows us the tongue. What a beast.
How's the rating? Well, the beginning was pretty good. David fell a few times and he had a really hard time getting back on the line. But then the walk back was pretty decent for a first try. It was really good. David!
You can't concentrate on your surroundings. You can only concentrate on one step at a time. You get this immense focus where you're really in this tunnel mode and everything outside of this movement is turned away. I think, yeah, you saw that I have a lot of work to do, but this was definitely not the last time I did this. Wonderful experience, and I can really recommend this to anyone.
Now, it's Wolfi's turn.
Relax, enjoy it, have a good time. Let's go! Let's go!
Holy, wie kannst du da so drüber gehen, nur mit deiner Balance? Das ist echt unglaublich. Das ist echt der Wahnsinn. Unglaublich.
He even hums. Wow, what an interesting strategy he has.
Gleich mir angeschossen. out there.
He sticks the rope between his toes, another interesting strategy, and he falls, but nothing compared to what is happening now.
Das war die Drohne.
The drone flew into a tree and crashed onto a rock. Now the clock is ticking. Wolfi climbs down the steep slope and kept slipping over and over again. Time is running short. He underestimated the surface of the stone and slipped into the water, which was about 4 degrees cold. Finally, he found the drone, but it wasn't over yet. He tasted blood. Oh my god, he puts his glasses on. This makes him immortal. At least that's what they say.
Wow, da ist so ein großer Fisch drin.
He will bath in 5 degrees cold water. Luckily, he has his glasses on.
Holy. Sehr kalt.
After this wild roller coaster ride, the master himself finally appears and shows us the beauty of this sport.
Amazing experience it was. It's always hard to describe moments like this. Let's ask the master himself and what his special insights are that no one else has, because he's the 7 times world record holder and you won't find anyone like him in the rest of the world. What are your tips for highlining and what is important to know?
In highlining, it's a lot about focus. So you have to be really focused on the task at hand, like doing the next step in the very moment you are in. So you're very present, you're very in the moment, and you experience some kind of flow, I'd say, when you can do it. But in order to get to that point, obviously there's a lot of training necessary. What you can all do at home is just balance on the material you have at hand. You can balance at 1 foot, you can bend your knees, you can just freely explore balance on 1 leg. Obviously the best training for highlining is slacklining itself. So I would recommend you to get a slackline, set it up very shortly, very low to the ground, so you can step down very easily. But it's not only about walking, but it's just about balancing on it in whatever position you can imagine. And just the most important part about it all is to have really fun, because I think only if you really enjoy what you do, you will get really good at it. And that's exactly what I experienced myself.
Lukas, it was really a pleasure. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to have you guys. Absolutely.
So guys, see you in the next one.